Hello everyone, Ozzymitsu here and welcome back to my channel. The other day I was surfing the web and listening to various towns and city themes and it got me feeling all nostalgic. So I thought I would take this opportunity to count down my top 10 favourite towns and cities in the Pokemon universe. Before I do get started, I just want to say I haven't played any of the Sinnoh games. I was going to ask some of my friends for any recommendations to include on the list, however because I haven't personally experienced visiting them myself, I felt it wouldn't do them any justice if I described them from someone else's point of view. So for that reason I haven't included any towns and cities within the Sinnoh region. Fear not though, I recently purchased a copy of Pokemon Platinum which I'm thinking of live streaming, so let me know if that is something that would interest you. Anyway, my reasoning for placing the cities on this list is based on several things, for example aesthetic appeal, nostalgia, and how likely I would want to live in that particular city. So without further ado, let's get this countdown underway. Number 10. Paniolo Town. When selecting the 10 cities I liked the most, I found it most difficult to articulate why I like Paniolo Town so much. All I can say is that I like the whole western cowboy-esque theme to the place. Fun fact, apart from the English translation, Paniolo Town is called some variant of the word Ohana derived from the word family, and I feel this name fits the town pretty well. Although there isn't much to do, it feels quite relaxing. I could see myself roaming Paniolo Town with my Mudsdale called Kipling, protecting the townies and stopping any criminals and evildoers at any cost. I also absolutely love Paniolo Town's night version theme. It paints the picture so vividly of two trainers settling their differences. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. No, it really isn't. It's tiny. Please get out. Now, travelling from Alola to Kalos is Santalune City. Can I just start off by saying how beautiful Santalune City is? Its aesthetic appeal on its own granted it a comfortable spot on this list. This quaint little city really takes me back to my backpacking around Europe trip I did in 2011. It's no secret that Kalos is based on the northern half of metropolitan France, so naturally the layout of this city would remind me of European architecture. I love how many of the gardens and buildings in the city are decorated with colourful, beautiful flowers. Most of all, the central plaza features a stunning Roselia shaped water fountain, and for those of you who know me, I love Roselia, and anything that resembles this Pokemon is bound to be portrayed as beautiful. I can definitely see myself attending the trainer school and on my breaks during the sunny afternoons go for a spot of tea. My idea of heaven is Santalune City. Someone please buy me a one-way plane ticket to this place, fast. But if I'm travelling on United, I'd rather not.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Number 8. Morval City. I didn't really think too much of this city in the original Ruby and Sapphire games, however when Hoenn received some extra funding to go towards its city development in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, hint hint nudge nudge, see what I did there, Morval City has been drastically redesigned from its old layout. One of the most appealing things about Morval City is the number of shops it has. You would never really get too bored of browsing around. You have a cafe, a bike shop, and every food lover's dream, a food court. I know where I'd be spending most of my days if I were to travel to Hoenn. As well as having a plethora of shops for our entertainment, it also has a rooftop recreational area. The greenery like the bushes and the trees really give it a relaxing vibe, and I can see myself hanging out there getting lost in a really good book. And to top it all off, the square tower at the heart of the city was a really nice touch. Its beautiful design coupled with its awesome theme earns Morval City a comfortable spot on this list. Marley City. The reason I placed Marley City on this list is because I remember in my first playthrough of the Sun and Moon games on my Moon copy, I arrived at Marley City and immediately I had to stop what I was doing and take in all of its beauty, as well as listen to that beautiful theme. I do however prefer the day version over the night version due to it having more of a traditional Japanese vibe to it. Anyone else getting a Alolan Ecruteak vibe from this city, or is it just me? The fact that this city's architecture is heavily influenced by designs from the Johto region makes me love this city even more. The aesthetic appeal of this city exudes elegance. Connecting Marley City is Marley Garden, home to the mimicked Nugget Bridge from the Kanto region, which of course gains nostalgia brownie points. Number 6. Castelia City. Mainly people are always discouraged from visiting cities that have that hustle and bustle scene for city life, but myself being born and having grown up in Birmingham, the second biggest city in the UK, I can totally relate. Everyone walking at the speed of light, being busy little bees, and can we for a moment talk about this guy? Yeah, this guy. I can totally relate, my friend. Food is important. But if that city life isn't for you, fear not, you can still make a trip to Castelia City to visit Studio Castelia and browse around the awesome art gallery, because Castelia City is sophisticated like that. Yeah! Castilla City is geographically the largest city in the Unova region and has many unique structural elements that have not been seen in any city belonging to any other region. The huge skyscrapers, the massive buildings, the alleyways which lead to where smaller shops are set up. Then can we speak about the outskirts which are bounded on all sides by harbour? I can smell the salty sea as we speak. And how could you not visit Castilla City during the summer without tasting their delicious Castilla cones, a local delicacy that you cannot miss out on. It's like going to England and not going to the local chippy, or going to the States and not going to Wendy's for some free nugs. Number 5, Laverre City. Did anyone really not see this one coming? Of course I love Laverre City, home to the first ever fairy type gym. Valerie is one of my favourite gym leaders because she is so inspiring. I want to be just like her. She's such a beautiful character, representing such a beautiful city. I don't know if I like Laverre City more because of its fairy type gym or because it's set in the autumn season. There's just something beautiful about the autumn season, you know, the caramel coloured leaves, the relaxing atmosphere it creates, and just overall looks very inviting. And to top it all off, in the northeastern part of the town there's a cafe, and if you haven't guessed, I love cafes, especially for a sip of tea. Another reason as to why I love this city so much is because its neighbouring Route 16, you can find Murkrow as a hoarding counter, and Murkrow is awesome. I would definitely recommend making a trip to see the awesomeness that is Murkrow. Please no flash photography, I also take no responsibility for Murkrow stealing any of your belongings. Travelling back to Hoenn from Kalos is Lilycove City. The main reason I like Lilycove so much is because there's just so much to do. The department store is enormous, the museum is beautiful, and if you feel like you can't do all of Lilycove in a day, there's even a motel to stay at for tourists. And if you're anything like me, you probably dislike overcrowded places because ew, people. Which is why Lilycove is a perfect destination for you. Due to Team Aqua and Magma being situated here, it's made the place unfortunately an unpopular tourist attraction, but just think about the positives. You can go to the department store to stock up on some Pokeballs or potions and not having to wait in a long queue. That's got to add some brownie points for this beautiful city, right? Travelling from Hoenn to Johto, we have Ecruteak City. Ecruteak City's appeal is quite different to the other cities I've mentioned on this list. Its buildings naturally all feature traditional Japanese architecture, creating a breathtaking view. And can we take a moment to appreciate the mesmerising Tin Tower? Ecruteak City has a lot of rich history behind it, which makes the city that bit more appealing. The Tin Tower is most likely based on a mixture of two temples in the real world city of Kyoto. One of them is a Buddhist temple in Kyoto known as Ginkaku-ji. The other likely basis for the bell tower is a temple in Kyoto. Apologies about me butchering this, but Toji, but I'll just call it the East Temple. The temple's pagoda is the tallest in Japan, and interestingly, the tallest building in Ecruteak City and probably the whole of Johto is the Tin Tower. So the two already have a striking similarity. The East Temple Tower once had a twin temple in the west of Kyoto called, again apologies about me butchering this, Saji. Just like in the legend of the Burnt Tower in Ecruteak's west and the Tin Tower in the east, the western temple of Seiji was burnt long ago whilst Toji still stands today. The fact that a lot of thought went into this building's lore and design certainly gives the city extra brownie points. Mirroring what I said about Laverre City, I love the autumn-esque theme to this entire city, again with the caramel coloured leaves scattered across the ground, creating a very relaxing vibe. Not only this, Ecruteak City has a dance theatre where you can battle and watch the kimono girls in action. The city's richness in history as well as the thought behind its design really appeal to me, which is why I've placed Ecruteak so highly on this list. Located in the very heart of the Kalos region, I'm referring to Lumiose City. This city is so big you can ride a go-go, you can catch an Uber to anywhere you need to go. This city is positioned perfectly right in the middle of the region, so if you want to travel to a specific place, it's pretty easy when your starting point is Lumiose. You're never really too far from where you need to be. Lumiose Station means you're only a train trip away from paradise. As well as this, Lumiose has so many attractions such as the beautiful Prism Tower. It looks absolutely stunning, especially when all the pretty lights turn on. I could imagine myself walking towards the tower at night and looking at all the flashing lights. The fact that the tower is a gym makes it even better in my opinion. Fancy having a haircut? Lumiose has you covered. Need some clothing? Lumiose has you covered. Fancy something sophisticated? Lumiose has you covered with their peaceful looking museum to appreciate all of the art. And for all you basic white girls, there are over 15 cafes. And for everyone else, you can grab some coffee. If you looked up the word attractive in the dictionary, you'd see a picture of Lumiose City there. In West Nimbasa, born and raised on the Ferris wheel was where I spent most of my days. At number 1 today we have Nimbasa City. Nimbasa is pretty much the equivalent of Midtown Manhattan, mainly the west side. It takes elements from Citi Field and Yankee Stadium in both Queens and Bronx and Coney Island Astroland Park in Brooklyn. Nimbasa City definitely took the best aspects of the city's tourism. Nimbasa City is also the home of the electrifying gym where Elisa is a gym leader specializing in electric type Pokémon. Nimbasa City personifies the word fun. The gym actually has a roller coaster for trainers to enjoy. Whenever I travel through Univer, I always find it difficult leaving behind Nimbasa City. I could see myself sitting on the Ferris wheel, overlooking the entire city and taking in all of its beauty. Like I said before, Nimbasa takes a lot of inspiration from Midtown Manhattan and you'll never really run out of things to do. You can go to the stadium and watch a bit of baseball, participate in a musical, ride the Ferris wheel. I could go on and on about how much I love this city, but I think I've made my point. Nimbasa City is awesome. Well, there you have it. Those are my top 10 favourite towns and cities in Pokemon. Did you agree with my list or did you disagree? Let me know which towns and cities you like by leaving a comment down below. If you enjoy this video, why not give this video a big thumbs up, because that really helps me out, as well as subscribing to my channel for more Pokemon content. And with all of that being said, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys very soon.